China is on the verge of achieving something that could shake the very foundations of space exploration as we know it. The United States, once the undisputed leader in space, now faces fierce competition as China's space ambitions continue to accelerate at an unprecedented pace. What does this mean for the future of the Moon, Mars, and beyond? What happens when two of the world's largest superpowers battle it out in the most ambitious frontier yet, space? We're entering a new phase in the space race, one that could redefine humanity's destiny among the stars. Welcome to the atomic domain, the place where the mysteries of the universe come to life. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and critical topics of the 21st century, the new space race between the United States and China. While the US has led the world in space exploration for decades, China is quickly gaining ground, pushing the boundaries of science and technology in ways that could soon rival the very leaders of space. How did we get here? And what's at stake? Well, buckle up, because what you're about to learn could change everything you thought you knew about the future of space exploration. The space race is not a new concept. For decades, the United States has held the title of the most accomplished space agency, with NASA leading the charge in sending humans to the Moon, exploring distant planets, and uncovering the mysteries of the universe. However, as the 21st century progresses, there's a new player in town. China, once a newcomer to the space race, is rapidly catching up to the United States, and in some cases, even surpassing NASA's efforts. One of the most significant developments is China's lunar ambitions. In recent years, China has made bold strides in space exploration, particularly with its lunar missions. The Change 3 mission, launched in 2013, marked a major milestone by landing the first Chinese rover on the Moon. This was followed by the Change 4 mission in 2019, which achieved a historic landing on the far side of the Moon. The significance of this accomplishment cannot be overstated. No country had ever landed a spacecraft on the far side of the Moon before, and the success was a testament to China's growing space capabilities. By comparison, NASA had not sent a crew to the Moon since the Apollo missions of the 1960s and 1970s, and its current plans for lunar exploration have faced numerous delays and budget constraints. Despite this, NASA has launched the Artemis program, which aims to return astronauts to the lunar surface by 2024. However, it remains to be seen whether the US will meet its ambitious goals, especially with China making rapid progress. China's rise in space exploration is not just about technical achievements. It is also driven by the country's geopolitical and economic ambitions. The Moon holds vast untapped resources, and the potential to establish a permanent lunar presence could give China a strategic advantage over the US and other nations. Helium-3, a rare isotope found on the Moon, is of particular interest. It is believed that this material could be used as a fuel for nuclear fusion, providing a virtually limitless source of energy. If China can establish a base on the Moon and begin mining these resources, it could secure not only economic power, but also a dominant position in the emerging space economy. The race to the Moon is no longer just about exploration. It's about securing resources, establishing a long-term presence in space, and positioning oneself as a leader in the new space age. As China continues to make strides toward this goal, NASA faces increasing pressure to catch up. The United States has long been the dominant force in space exploration, but its space program has faced numerous challenges, including budget cuts, political gridlock, and delays in its Artemis program. The competition between China and the US in space is reminiscent of the Cold War space race, where the two superpowers vied for dominance in space. However, unlike the Cold War, the current space race is not just about national pride. It is about securing a future in space. The Moon is seen as the next frontier, a stepping stone for humanity's journey to Mars and beyond. Whoever controls the Moon controls not only a valuable resource, but also a strategic platform for launching missions deeper into the solar system. The Artemis program is NASA's response to China's growing ambitions. By aiming to return astronauts to the Moon By 2024, NASA hopes to reassert its dominance in space and pave the way for a future exploration of Mars. However, the Artemis program faces significant obstacles. The Space Launch System (SLS), the rocket that will carry astronauts to the Moon, has experienced numerous delays and cost overruns. Additionally, political opposition to the program has made it difficult to secure consistent funding. Despite these challenges, NASA remains committed to returning humans to the Moon and establishing a sustainable lunar presence. China, on the other hand, has made significant progress in a relatively short period of time. Its Change 5 mission, which successfully returned lunar samples to Earth in 2020, demonstrated China's ability to conduct complex space missions. In addition, China has announced plans to build a permanent lunar base and is working on the development of new lunar landers and habitats. This ambitious vision for the future of lunar exploration places China in direct competition with the United States, and it raises the question: can the US keep up with China's space ambitions? The Moon is not just a scientific curiosity. It is a resource-rich body that could play a crucial role in the future of humanity. As nations look to establish a permanent presence on the Moon, the stakes are higher than ever. The development of lunar mining technologies could provide access to valuable materials such as helium-3, water ice, and rare metals, all of which are essential for sustaining human life in space. These resources could be used to fuel spacecraft, support human colonies, and generate power. The competition for these resources is already beginning to take shape, with China positioning itself as a key player in the emerging space economy. In addition to its lunar ambitions, China has also made significant strides in the development of space infrastructure. The Tiangong Space Station, launched in 2021, is China's answer to the International Space Station (ISS). The space station is expected to serve as a platform for scientific research and technology development, and it could provide China with a strategic advantage in the realm of space exploration. The Tiangong Station will also serve as a testing ground for technologies that could be used in future lunar missions, including advanced life support systems and spacecraft docking procedures. Meanwhile, NASA has faced its own set of challenges in maintaining its leadership in space. The US has relied heavily on international partnerships to maintain its presence in space, particularly through the ISS. However, as the space race heats up, NASA may need to rely more on private sector partnerships to remain competitive. Companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin are developing their own spacecraft and technologies, which could supplement NASA's efforts to return to the Moon and explore Mars. In fact, SpaceX's Starship program could be a key component of NASA's Artemis missions, providing transportation to and from the lunar surface. The competition between China and the US is not just about the Moon, it is about the future of space exploration. As both countries look to establish a permanent presence on the lunar surface, the implications of their actions will be felt for decades to come. The Moon is a stepping stone for missions to Mars and beyond, and whoever controls the Moon will have a significant advantage in the race to explore the solar system. The Moon's resources, its strategic location, and its potential for scientific discovery make it a key asset in the emerging space economy. In the coming years, we will likely see increased collaboration between nations and private companies as they work to establish a sustainable human presence on the Moon. The US and China may find ways to cooperate on certain aspects of lunar exploration, despite their geopolitical rivalry. However, the race to control the Moon and its resources will continue to be a defining feature of the space race, and the competition between China and the US will have far-reaching consequences for the future of space exploration. As humanity looks to the Moon, Mars, and beyond, the stakes are higher than ever. The race to the Moon is not just about reaching a new frontier, it is about securing a future in space. The technologies, infrastructure, and partnerships developed in the coming years will shape the future of space exploration for generations to come. The US and China are in a race, but this time, the stakes are not just about national pride. They are about securing the resources, technologies, and influence that will determine who leads humanity's journey into the stars. The future of space exploration is still being written, and the competition between China and the US will play a crucial role in determining what that future looks like. Whether through competition, collaboration, or a combination of both, the next phase of the space race will undoubtedly be one of the most exciting and transformative periods in the history of space exploration.